Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Michele, and we are the owners of the Main Street Mouse.
and this is the Mainstream Mouse Weekly Podcast, show number 223 for March 23rd, 2026.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you. But may I just say,
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome back to our lovely show.
Lovely.
Wonderful, fantastic, goofy, silly.
Goofy and silly. I think,
Obnoxious.
more obnoxious at times.
Yeah. Entertaining, I hope. We do.
If they keep turning back in, it must be entertaining, or they're making fun of us.
Oh, it could be, too. I was going to say, we do have people that come back every week to listen, which, no, we appreciate that.
We do appreciate it.
We can be a bit much sometimes, so thank you.
Well, we record like 8 hours an episode. We only put out an hour.
Oh, shut up. Would you not?
It just goes on and on and on and on and on. So last week, it's been kind of a quiet week for us. Michele has been feeling that great. So we've been dealing with that, and it's spring break down here. So it's like we don't really want to go to the parks when it's like that. It's so crowded and such. So we kind of stayed home, but we had a lot of work to do. Lots of house and mouse stuff going on.
Yeah.
We have lots of TMS. I'm trying to rebuild the site, so that's taking up a lot of time.
We have a lot of things going on.
Always have stuff going on.
But we did go to the park yesterday, which we will talk about later.
Now.
Oh, we're talking about now?
Yeah, that's next. That's Adventures of Florida Living.
I'm sorry. I'm confused.
There is a blog about what we're about to talk about, but so yesterday, one of our cast member friends, Lorraine, invited us.
Hi, Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine. She invited us to go ride Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, which is opening on April 8th. So we got a kind of a preview.
We did. And we were lucky because being that it's not going to open for a few weeks yet, not many people obviously have seen what's going on in the ride, and it's not like it's not doesn't seem completely done. Like they're still working on it. At least I'm like the queue.
Yeah, it looks like there's still some work to do to the queue, but you can see where they've done fresh paint. I don't know what they're doing to Buzz because Buzz is still behind a curtain.
Yeah,
you can hear him.
That's what I meant when I said it wasn't done. Because you hear Buzz, but are they doing something different?
Right.
Because he always greeted guests as you go on to the ride.
Right, and what I found odd. So the ride itself is overhauled. Kind of.
Yeah,
Not completely.
I mean, it's
there's,
same but
there are
different.
changes. But the queue is pretty much the same. Maybe new paint on the walls, maybe new
The fresh paint looks really shiny. And when we walked in there, I could smell like the fresh paint.
Right.
But it is, of course, I would notice that right away. I'm like, oh, it smells of fresh paint.
But they still have over 2 weeks. I don't know how long the cast previews go on for.
I don't know either. They just started, I think she said, on Thursday.
Okay.
So we got to see it relatively quickly.
We did. And we wrote it twice.
And we did. We wrote it twice. I did write a review, but for those that haven't read it, do we want to go over what is same and what is different?
I think we should.
Okay.
We have time to kill since we only did one. That's the only day we did anything.
That's the only day we really did anything.
So walking into the building, everything's still basically the same. The queue lines look the same once you're inside, except for Buzz being covered up right now. But there was times when we were there when it was open and he was covered up.
Yeah.
Maintenance or whatever.
I'm guessing they're doing something different back there.
I would guess so. So you get on the attraction the same way you did. You go through the one doorway. You take the walk down that one path, and you get on the conveyor belt, and that's when you board the ride.
The moving walkway.
Now, the actual ride carts are similar. I think they're just a newer version of the same type of cart.
Yeah, it's the same concept. It's almost as if they just popped off the old cart and put new carts on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if you recall, the guns, they would move from side to side, but they were stationary. They were locked to
Yes.
the thing. Now you can actually pull them out of their holster, and they have a cable that connects it to the cart.
Yeah, it's different.
And there's a red and a green depending on which side of the cart you're on,
Yes.
because that matters. So when you start shooting the targets light up based on whatever color gun you have, so you know if you hit the target or not. Plus, your gun vibrates when you hit the target.
Yes. So let's say you're shooting towards something and you hit it. Let's say I have the red gun. That target is gonna show. It's gonna light up red, and then my gun is going to move to let me know that I hit it.
Right.
And you can see really like the old one. It was hard to see, but this one you could see the actual like laser.
Right. You can see the
on
dot.
you could
Yeah.
see the dot where you were going to help you. To let you know if you were almost to the center, I guess.
Correct. And you have to hit it dead center to get the
Yeah,
points on this one.
It's harder.
And the points, it displays the points the same, but it looks different. It's just a different
Yeah, just
format the way they do
updated.
it. I didn't find all the sneak big point shots yet. I only wrote it twice, but I will eventually.
You will. I thought they would be similar, but the ride isn't similar because I just thought about like the big robot thing where one of the things was on the right. That guy is gone, isn't he?
No, he was there.
I didn't notice him.
Yeah, he was there because I was. Well,
Maybe
you're talking in the first room.
all I know is there was a big guy that you had to shoot something on his hands.
Yeah, that was in going in. So after you leave the now they have a practice robot.
They do have a practice
area.
robot, yes.
And they tell you shoot I think it's 6 or 8 targets. I think it's 6 targets in that room.
But you don't get points for those.
You don't get points, but it's just a test and see if you know how to do the shooting. But that one's easy because the targets are so close.
They're right there.
They're right there. But then you go into the next room and you have stuff on both sides. Like the ride itself is pretty much the same.
Yeah, with updates. It's a lot more vibrant and like neon and bright. They change some things. All the targets are brand new, obviously.
They look digital when you hit them because it comes to
Yes.
life.
I mean, it's like I said, it's same but different, if that makes sense, because they do have some updates. Like when you go into the hallway that's just stars.
Right.
They have a little display of the aliens now,
Yeah.
which I thought was really cute, and
Yeah.
I thought that you know how like we haven't rode it for a long time because I think it's been closed for 7 months, and I know
Is it really?
we didn't go. I believe 7 months. Don't like quote me on that, but I think that's what I factored.
Okay.
But I'm not good with math.
Right.
Right.
It was more like
Right.
7 days.
No, and we didn't go ride it on its last day. We didn't do that, so we haven't been on for a while.
Probably over a year.
So I don't fully, and I get confused when it's just like a redone ride because I'm
Right.
like, what was there before?
You forget because you
forget.
especially this one because it's still the same rooms, still a lot of the same rooms, decors, and they're just updated, of course, but it's still basically the same. So it's really hard to know what's different.
So that's why I asked you. I'm like, those aliens were new, right?
I believe they were because
They
I think
were.
that was just dead space before. It
was.
It was just painted walls. It wasn't really anything there. So now you have the aliens there, which are the best part of the whole ride.
I think they're really cute. And
No, I'm
then-
not saying that area is the best part. I just say the aliens are the best.
And then in the screens,
Yes.
they changed that a little bit too.
And it used to always be so hard to shoot in the screen room.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like you can shoot better in there.
I do too, and it's funny because everybody is it's supposed to look like you're up in space,
Right.
and it's just the end of the ride, but like that's your last chance to get some points.
And the one thing I did notice with that, so before it was just some alien was up there. The ship, Zurg's ship, was floating all around and shooting. But Buzz is flying around up there also.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So you're shooting with Buzz Lightyear to bring down the Emperor, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool. And then you go into the final room, which is the exact same final room it was before, with a couple little shot areas, and then you're done.
Yeah, where they take your picture.
Yes, where they do the picture, which you don't get your picture there anymore.
No, you do not.
So you have to go. So I think
It's in a theater on Main Street.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to link to. Well, did you have to scan, or is it going to be something that's going to link to your Magic Band, kind of like how
Well,
Mansion is?
well, I don't really know because that part wasn't open when we
true.
left.
The store wasn't open yet either.
No, so everything is it's not done yet.
No, it's not. Done.
So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to look at your photos still, but I know that you can't buy them there.
Right.
You
right,
have to go up on Main Street to purchase
right,
them.
which is the store near where you meet Mickey. That whole area where so it's Tony's, meet Mickey, and then there's a little shopping
that
area
where?
next to. I believe that's where it is.
Okay. But if you have the photo pass on your pass, then it's there.
Right. It should be there. It should.
If you have that option.
Right. But I did notice. So after we did that, we did meet Mickey on the way out. We had to say hi to Mr.
Because
Mouse.
there was hardly any line.
Hardly any line. But now and there, you still had to scan your Magic Band or your phone app or whatever at the end of it to have those added to your thing, where it used to just be automated. So
You're right.
I kind of like that because you always wonder, did I get the images? Did they? You know what I'm saying? Because how many times do we ride the mansion and they're like, oh, our pictures didn't come through.
Oh, my God. So many times we ride the mansion and our pictures don't come.
But this is a way that you, at least for meeting Mickey, you almost double guarantee, okay, I scanned it, they should be. Unless something completely went wrong with the system, they should be on my
Right.
So, but Buzz Lightyear, I know you kept saying how much harder it was for you.
I did. Now, mind you, I must have hit some good targets because I had pretty good scores of both times.
You did. You must have found those bonus shot scores, I'm guessing, because your score jumped. Because I was watching both scores and you would jump like 20,000. Hey!
He was mad that I won
wasn't
both
mad.
times.
I
He was
wasn't
a little
mad.
bitter.
I wasn't mad.
But so, and the reason why.
We're going back today. Come on.
Okay, no. Rematch. Because usually he wins on that ride all the time. Anyway, so I was getting footage with one hand and I had my hand on the blaster.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even shooting the whole
you were just
time.
shooting.
I was very nonchalantly shooting.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so, and you know what? Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe, it's possible.
I don't know if you were only shooting with one hand and not paying attention, taking video, and you beat me both times.
No, let me finish. Okay, so up on the volcano part.
Yes.
All right. You can see your line where
Right.
you're at. You can see the target.
Right.
Right. Now, I know for a fact I shot the center because there was other people shooting at the same time, and it did not hit.
Yeah, I noticed that a few, especially the second time. My gun wasn't really working that well the second time because I knew I was hitting the dead center, and I had
Dead
the green
center.
gun, and it kept lighting up red, and I'm like, wait a minute, why?
Because
am I
it was
getting
somebody
points?
else.
So that's the one thing I think about this ride now is that whoever hits it, they get the points, and you might miss it because the cart's moving at all times. You can still move your cart around in circles or whatever
But
you need to.
the cart is jittery like it was.
It
It's
is.
jerky.
But you don't have multiple seconds to sit there and point your gun and get the shot. So if somebody else hits it at the same time you do, you might not get your points.
You have to be more precise on this one.
Yes.
And if you have, like, my hand jitters sometimes
Right.
because of the medicine I'm on.
Right.
So I notice sometimes that I'm pointing, but my hand is a little bit shaky.
Right. You don't have that space to be.
No, you don't. Or if somebody has like health problems or something, it is to me. And okay, so and to validate my point is we were talking when we got off the ride, I think the second time, and there was a cast member there, and he even said that's what everybody is saying. This one's harder.
Yeah, the way you shoot kind of reminds me of the carnival games where you're shooting water into the mouth of the clown.
Yes.
You only have that like maybe a quarter or a half size dollar area to shoot in there to hit the goal. See, I liked it. I did like it better. My second time though, my gun didn't work correctly. But I know if it's really sensitive like that, there should be a way in the computer that they can turn down the sensitivity. Or to make it a little bit easier, because I see an issue for little kids
Yeah.
who get competitive, or even teenage kids who get competitive. Now, these kids play video games all the time. Most kids do.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to go in there and they're going to come out Star Commander almost every time because they're going to.
Maybe though, because it's if it's a smaller kid, they might get frustrated because their points aren't going up. But then you have some kids that just like to shoot the gun; they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They're not even paying attention to the points because you don't win a prize. No matter how many you shoot, you don't get a prize at the end. Which I wish they would bring back. They used to give the sticker if you
The
got
sticker,
if you got the 999,999 points.
Right.
Which I did many times.
Did you get a sticker?
Never once got the sticker. They
Aw.
stopped doing it after that.
Aw.
So it'd be nice if they brought that back, even for just a while with the new version.
I just had a thought.
Here's your thought. Go for it.
Okay, follow me. So the target now is about the size of a quarter.
Probably.
Okay.
Maybe a nickel.
Now I'm wondering if because it wasn't the the sensors before, the targets before didn't light up. They didn't do anything.
No, you only knew if your point total went up if you hit it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if, so we have like a quarter now. I'm wondering if it was like more of a baseball size before.
It might have been a
Because
little bit
it was it just felt like it was easier to hit that target. So I'm wondering if on the old one that the target was wider because I don't think that we would all just suck for no reason when they open it.
I like the old one. The nice thing about the old one is you could hold the button down and the gun would just rapid fire.
I can still hear the noise of it in my head. That boop,
And you hit the. It wasn't. Now it's like a little LED screen with your point total. Where before though it was just that little rectangle that was the numbers, and you would just see it going up. And it was easier to see if your numbers. Now you have to actually look down to see if your points are going up.
If you look on our socials, you can see a preview
picture
of the ride. I did a little video, but yeah, I was just surprised how much harder it is, and that was and it's not us like sour grapes because I did have decent scores.
No, multiple people said
it was the consensus outside the ride that people were saying that this is more difficult.
Right.
So, maybe they did that on purpose, for people to have to try a little harder.
And yeah,
I don't know.
You're gonna get back in line and try again because you wanna beat that score.
Yeah, I'd be like, man, that one wasn't good. I want to do it again.
Now, one thing I will say, ladies, make sure you didn't drop something because your purse and Lorraine, I think, left something, didn't she? Didn't something fall out of both your purses? Both
Yeah,
times on the ride?
and
Which
my
is
purse
weird.
was only open maybe 2 inches.
I don't know if it's a spinning around or what, but I just when you were getting out of the car, I happened to look down and I saw your things laying on the seat there, and I grabbed them really quick, and I was like, oh. And
I was surprised too because my purse was barely open, but it shows you that the cart does jerk.
yeah, so make sure when you get up, check the seat behind you,
good
make sure you
point.
didn't have anything fall out.
Yeah. So I mean, it was fine. I can't say that I got off it like, whoo, that was the best thing ever. But it wasn't the worst thing ever. It was Buzz Lightyear. I mean,
It fixed some of the issues that Buzz Lightyear needed to have fixed. I think the only thing is making it more difficult might make it harder for little kids because it is more of a kid's ride.
we're adults and we're crabbing about it. So I mean,
I'm ready to go back and play again because
See,
I want to go back because I want to find the targets because there's usually one target in every room that is like 25,000
extra,
points.
yeah, a bunch of points.
And if you hit them enough times, that's how you get the highest scores. So I want to go back and just try to do that because it used to be when you left. Remember they would always list top 10 scores of the day.
Yes.
And you always want to be number one.
See,
or is that? Did they do that one?
I don't know.
That might be Toy Story Mania that does that. I'm not sure.
Oh, Toy Story Mania, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
But
remember
anyway.
because I haven't been on either. I mean, truth be told, I have not been on either ride in quite some time.
No, and with your medicine and issues right now, you did say it did make you feel a little. So
Yeah,
great.
2 was enough for me with the motion and the
Yeah.
jerkiness. But I did go on a second time and I was trying to play and also get some coverage. And then I was really surprised that when we were done, I only took a couple pictures because I was messing with the video because my flash
Your
kept
flash
coming
kept
on.
going off, yeah.
And I hate my phone, by the way. My phone, sidebar, my phone messes me up on talk to text. It makes me sound like a complete idiot. My phone will, like when I'm typing, make up words that I didn't even say, and it
Right.
makes no sense. Well, now it's been giving me problems with turning the flash on when I don't. Now, but when I want the flash to come on,
never
it
comes
won't
on.
work.
Yeah.
So you know what? I got some choice words for my phone.
So I think we have 1 or 2 more payments, and then our phones are paid off. We can
Hate it.
because both our phones have something broken on the screen. Mine's in the back, yours is on the front.
Mine's cracked.
But in order to turn our phones in early, we would have had to pay it off, and we were within like 6 payments of them being paid off. So we're just waiting. So they get.
we're
paid off
trying.
either
We're
this month
trying
or
to
next month.
hold on a little bit, but yeah.
Oh, because my battery is will not fully charge at this point. I don't know how yours is. Yours
we got
dies
some
quick.
problems, you
Yeah.
guys. But we're
But
waiting.
we're like 3 versions of iPhone behind too. So that
And it
could be
makes
why.
us sound super pathetic.
We are pathetic. I'm so pathetic. So, anyway, so that was our night yesterday. Got home. It was hot out at the park. It was busy,
Oh my
extremely
gosh.
busy. For spring break, still going on.
If you are planning to come to Walt Disney World between now and like Easter,
Mm-hmm.
in the week after Easter, be prepared because it is a hot mess express.
Tell you what, though, we got on that monorail, and we had a monorail that was pumping the air conditioning, and it felt
Oh.
so good to sit in there for.
But here's the thing. So right now it's early, in the season. So because last week it was cold. Now we're getting some 80-some degree days.
Right.
And so when you're walking in the sun, it's hot.
Mhm.
But when you go in the shade, it's nice and cool and breezy. So it's that season where we don't have the humidity yet.
Right.
Which is so nice.
Yes.
So if you get warm when you're walking, like just find some shade and you'll cool right off. I wish it would stay like this all summer because I hate that soup thick humidity. 90-some degrees, is like painful to go outside.
Our summer is sponsored by Campbell Soup.
By Campbell Soup. It is. I always say it's like walking out into soup. It's like, bleh, it's so hot.
And we know it's coming. That's
But right now it's so nice. So the weather is nice, but it's super crowded.
Oh, the
So
weather outside.
I always say pack your patience with you.
Especially right now.
I should trademark that because I use that all the time. Pack your patience because there were times that it was too people-y for me. Now, mind you,
Yesterday, yeah.
we just walked right to Tomorrowland and back. We didn't go in any stores. We didn't.
The only thing we did was going to Mickey, and that was because it was less than a 15-minute wait.
Yeah, because, Festival of Fantasy was getting ready to start. So, and even just that little bit of time, it was very people-y.
So one thing I'm going to mention also, which we didn't do, but we saw it. So as we're walking out, so we came out after meeting Mickey. You go through the little store there, and then we come out. Now, normally, lately, Mulan has been doing her meet and greet right outside those doors there. But Mulan was watching the parade with some little kids.
Oh, it was so cute up on the the porch of Tony's. Over there.
So she was there with a couple little kids, and they were watching the parade together. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, so that's
Little magic moment.
a little bit of magic, and I'm sure like for those kids and their parents.
Oh yeah, it made the whole vacation.
It was
right
very
there.
sweet.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I'm just gonna run through the news really quick. We don't have a ton of news, but a few things we'll probably talk a little about when we get to it. I accidentally turned off my microphone there for a momento. Okay, I'm back on. I'm back. So last week, the first news after our show last week was, of course, we announced that Caitlin Robrock would be returning to the House of Mouse Expo.
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse is coming back, so we are very excited to have her there again. She's a great guest, great person, really become a friend of ours.
And she's really good with fans that come and
So
get
good.
your Minnie Mouse stuff.
She takes her
signed.
time. She doesn't rush you through. That's the one thing we like about our show is that the celebrities don't have to rush. They can take their time. They can talk to their fans, and that's makes a better experience. And that's what we always wanted.
I believe so.
Next up, step inside the newly refreshed rooms and lobby at Disney's Pop Century Resort. So they just refurbed it all, made it all look nicer.
We need to go over there and look.
We do need to take a road trip.
A Skyliner ride.
We could do that actually. Hoppers, the new film, takes on the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail at Disney's California Adventure. So it's over there by the Grand Californian.
Okay.
There's a little trail, and there's like a little find these things through the trail, and it's
I know where that's at.
reflected by hoppers right now. Then Spider-Man: The Brand New Day trailer dropped last week. I'm very excited.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
Trailer?
There's a lot of references to different comics and stuff in there, and there's a lot of references to different things over the past with Spider-Man, so I'm kind of excited to see it all come together. The bad thing is, the movie opens July 31st.
Oh, crap.
Opening of House of Mouse Expo.
Oh.
And it'll probably open on the 30th. Probably open on Thursday.
Usually the night before, yeah. But we'll be loading.
But we'll be loading in for that day. So I
Doesn't
will.
work for us
So
either.
unless the film opens on Wednesday, I will not get to see it till after the expo.
You'll be okay.
So I guess I'll have.
You'll be so busy you won't think about it.
And I won't be watching social media to see any spoilers.
No, I'll be checking.
Last week, Josh D'Amaro officially became the CEO of the Walt Disney Company.
Yes, he did.
And then he did the he oversaw the shareholders meeting.
Yes, like
Right.
his first day on the job, bam, here's the shareholders meeting.
Yes.
And, that's a tough first day
Yeah.
because you got, okay, I have a point, but bear with me. I'm not on my game today. Okay, my point is you have the CEO that has to appeal to shareholders.
Right, which are very important to the company's health.
But also, the people that patronize everything that you do.
Yeah.
So,
And cast members. Let's not forget about the cast
and
members.
cast.
Yeah.
Yes. So there was some, complaining, if you will, online
Mm-hmm.
of how Disney appeals to the shareholders always and doesn't think so much about the other side of things. And I know I like Josh Tomorrow,
Right.
but business is business.
Well, and that's what I've always said for years is that Disney, at the end of the day, is a business that has to run and has to make a profit for everybody to be happy.
Now, he put, frosting and a cherry on top with how he responded to a lot of these
Right.
things. We'll talk about one of the things that people were mad about.
That's next, yeah.
Okay. But so one thing that he really hopefully gets rid of is the reservation
Oh,
system.
please, Josh, come on.
Because I was talking with Lorraine yesterday, and she said that, Disney is the only park that still has it.
In the world.
Like SeaWorld doesn't have it. Universal doesn't have it. Busch Gardens doesn't have it.
They all got rid of it rather quickly.
And usually Disney follows suit when, okay, I'm going to use hurricanes as an example.
Yeah.
About like who closes first, who does what
Right.
first. They all watch each other.
Well, yeah, because nobody wants to make the jump without making sure everybody else is jumping with
Right, like, are you all coming too?
them. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but in this case, Disney knows that they all made the jump, and they're still standing on the side of the ledge.
And what I've never understood, so I used to, when the reservation system came, I said it makes sense because now Disney knows approximately how many people are going to be in the park and can schedule cast based on the attendance of the park. So if it's going to be a low attendance day, they don't need as much cast. If it's going to be a high attendance day, well, we need to bring in more people. But they're not doing that.
No.
Every day is busy.
Every stinking
park
day.
Doesn't have, I mean, they may have their down times during the day, but at some point during the day, they are packed to the max. And they're not at capacity, but they're still very, very busy to where they need all the cast they have scheduled for the park.
For sure. And people want to work. People, need their jobs.
Right.
And there should be, like, I was looking around yesterday, trying to dodge,
Yeah.
bob and weave as you're walking through the crowds.
It's like the 5 Ds at Disney.
Yeah. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. you dodgeball fans will know what I.
And duck is for Donald.
Yeah, that's for, yeah, okay. But I'm looking around and I'm like, there's people now, mind you, it is my job to watch what people are saying online and watch for news and watch for all that crap. Right. And I watch complaints myself. Would I go complaining? No, but I watch complaints around,
Right.
and people are saying that Disney is too expensive to go.
Right.
But you wouldn't know it.
You would have no idea with how busy.
With
the
how
problem is there's not
busy.
enough room for anybody else to go.
So I don't understand it because we were talking about like Lightning Lane yesterday.
Yes.
And how ridiculous it is because it's a cash grab. Sorry, Disney, it's cash grab. And how, like you always say, if people didn't buy it, they wouldn't do it.
Right.
So it's one of those things like, yes, Disney is expensive, but people keep going. So
why would they change
Why would they change it?
Yeah.
And Josh was actually asked that question at the shareholders meeting about, pardon me, I don't know the exact words, but something about justification of how much they charge to get into a park now because it's outrageous.
It is.
And
I did see about this.
He said something like, well, if the quality is there, then they can justify the price.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know what the answer is because I personally, and I love Disney, don't get me wrong, I personally think that a lot of what they have for the theme parks is overpriced. I think the food is high. I think the tickets are high. I think, all the extras that you might want to do cost a lot.
So let's think about this for a second.
All right.
So Disney is anywhere from like 120 to 150, 160 a day, generally just for a general park. We'll just say, not counting the holidays, not counting
Holidays are
yes,
more like 185.
that goes up. But let's just say that. If you were to go to Cedar Point, which we've been to
He
many
always mentions
times
Cedar
in
Point.
Sandusky, Ohio, because I looked it up really quick.
Okay.
If you go to Sandusky, Ohio, Cedar Point, and you go to the gate and you buy a ticket,
It's the roller coaster capital.
it's $105.
Oh, wow. It used to be $50.
There, if you buy it online, it's $52. It's half the price if you buy online.
Get out of town.
But if you buy it at the gate, it's $105. And there is people that buy it at the gate because we've seen it many times in our life. We used to always buy ahead of time, but
So why wouldn't you buy in advance?
but what I'm trying to say though, you go to Cedar Point and it's about roller coasters. It has nothing to do with theming. It has nothing to do with characters. It has nothing
they got
to
a
do with
Snoopy area.
it has nothing to do with the history and the memories and the fireworks show at night and the parade in the middle of the day. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have any of that stuff.
You're just going to have a good time.
Disney, Universal, it's an experience. And it's not a need.
Mm-mm.
It's a want
Mm-hmm.
completely. And I mean, there is times when I say, God, I really need to go to Disney because I need to see.
I really need to go to Disney.
Well, I need to see the fireworks. Always does it for me. Happily Ever After always makes me just, if I'm stressed out or whatever, I can watch that show and it makes me feel better.
It gives them a boost.
So Disney is the full experience. Now, if you compare it to Cedar Point, which is just about rides, gate price,
Mm-hmm.
and Disney, basically the price we're talking about is the gate price too. It's a little bit cheaper online because when you buy a 5-day Disney pass, it goes down per day.
But not
Makes it
like
cheaper.
half.
But they offer specials all throughout the year for like $250, $300 for a 4-day pass.
Right.
So you really have to take in what you're paying versus what you're getting. And like I always say, Disney is the memories for most people. Or Disney also, if it's not about memories, it's about hearing about other people's memories.
Disney has that extra magic to it. And the cast members are a huge part of that because you go to other parks, it's not necessarily the same.
No.
But like, I just want to sidebar it again. For you and I,
Mm-hmm.
like when we first started dating 20 years ago, Cedar Point was one of the things that you and I would do.
Right.
Our first real date, we went to Cedar Point,
Right.
like we were teenagers, and like we still talk about that day.
Yeah.
And then times after that, we'd go to Cedar Point, like in the fall when it was getting cool out.
Halloween weekends.
Halloween, stuff like that. So for us, and maybe people in the Midwest, we have good memories of something like that. But when you talk about Disney World or Disneyland, like you said, you got the characters, you have, it's more, there's more whimsy. There's more, it's just different. It's like you said, you're not going to just, I want to go in here and ride Tron.
Right.
Like, you might want to ride Tron, but you want to go meet a character.
You still want to go.
Yeah.
You still want to ride Seven Dwarfs. You want to see the
Yeah.
dwarfs. You want to go meet Mickey in Town Square.
Right.
You want to do all that. And I also think living in Walt Disney World is not like living in Anaheim for Disneyland.
Okay.
We are the tourist capital of the world.
Because we get people going to all the parks.
We went to Cedar Point because it was an hour and a half from our house.
We did.
You know,
It was
that's
the
what I'm trying to
closest.
say. And while there is a ton of Florida resident locals who go to the parks and visit the parks on a daily basis, Disney flat out admits, and they did a long time ago, that they're catering to those out-of-town guests.
Oh, for sure. Yes. Chapek just blurted that out.
Right. And that means they're catering to those memories that family is going to create while they're at Disney.
So that they come back.
So that they come back. May not be the next year.
It worked for us. We're from
worked for us.
Michigan.
And we know lots of people who come here 2, 3, 4 times a year.
Yes.
From out of state.
Yes.
Because we have lots of friends who do it. I mean, Claire does it from Canada. She
Claire
comes
comes to see us.
3 to 4 times. Sees us. But we have friends who live in other
states,
other
that,
states
that come, yeah.
who come that the Boone family. How many times
Okay.
have we run into them? They come down a few times a year. The Huffs, they come down a few times a year.
Yeah.
There's different families that we've gotten to know over the years
Mm-hmm.
that they don't live here. They don't even live like an hour away. Corey and Lucretia, they're still like 5-6 hours away. That's not a quick just, hey, let's go to Disney for the day.
I see for me it would be.
You spend 6 hours drive, 12 hours in park, 6
Corey
hours
and
back.
Lucretia come visit us more. But like our friend Sarah that lives in Minnesota, that's a trek for her, but she still tries to get down here a couple times a year.
Yep, exactly. So Disney becomes that. Well, you're a perfect example of this. So in our high school, when it became time for the senior trip every year, the big trip was a big cruise.
Mm-hmm.
All the seniors would jump on the cruise ship and they do the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
You went to Disney
I did.
for your senior cruise. So I mean, for your senior trip,
I did. I didn't want to go party on the.
right? You wanted to come see
Ship.
Mickey and Goofy. And
I
all
want.
those guys.
I wanted to go to Walt Disney World.
Yeah. So Disney, once you become that Disney person, and one thing about being a Disney person, Six Flags, Cedar Point, Universal, SeaWorld, Legoland, they all look a lot different.
They do.
And it's very easy when you see what they charge for a day in their parks
Mhm.
to justify what Disney charges.
You know what? You're right. But like I always say, another saying that I need on a shirt. Universal is a different vibe, and it's a different crowd.
And I love Universal.
I love Universal. I mean, I love Universal Orlando and Hollywood.
Hollywood, I love the backlot tour.
Oh my gosh. It's a different experience. It's more laid back. It's more, so here's
Do you think that's because of what we do, though? Because we work so much at Walt Disney World for our job, for our company, that when we go to Disney, we never go to Disney and we're not on the clock.
I'm always, if I see a new shirt, if I see a new.
But when we go to Universal, we may go there for
Freedom.
fun, and you may take a picture. Oh, let's go. I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it, or I'm gonna take a picture of this, or oh look, they have a new ride. Let's go check out the queue.
Or like the Mardi Gras parade.
But there's no pressure
None.
that because we know Disney watches the mainstream mouse. Everything. But Universal is not watching what we're putting up.
No, there's no pressure there.
Right. We're just doing it because we're fans of it at that point. We're not doing it because it's a job. We're doing it because we're truly a fan of what they're doing.
Right. And
I'm not saying we're not Disney fans.
we are, but we also know that as site owners, and we're partner site with Disney, that we should be looking to see what's new.
Right.
Or if we see
I saw a crack in the cement yesterday, and we should probably write it up.
Gonna write it up?
Yeah, I'm going to write it up.
Okay. Well. Oh man. So.
But it's fine.
But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So Universal, but we have friends that go to Universal, and they also say the same thing, that it's more low key than like Disney. Like, okay, so I'm gonna say something really stupid.
Okay.
Okay. So like when we go to Disney, I feel the pull to have to wear something Disney related, as do you.
Yeah.
Like I got to get laundry out. Speaking of.
Thanks for telling everybody about our dirty laundry.
Well, no, yeah. No, I was thinking about your button-up shirts. I got to go get those out. But you're like, what park are we going to? And you will wear a button-up shirt that applies to said.
Right. The only one I don't have one that matches is Animal Kingdom. And when we go to Animal Kingdom, I'll usually just wear something Disney.
Right.
Different, or Marvel or something like that.
For me, I feel like I need to wear something Disney. But when we go to Universal, I feel like I can wear like a Detroit shirt. I can wear whatever. Now, mind you, I can wear whatever I want at both places. But Universal's, like I said, their vibe is different. But Disney has a certain thing to it. So I get what Josh is saying as far as quality.
Fully get it.
But like right now, they have a lot of construction going on. There's just a lot happening. I don't know.
Do you ever think, and this is a sidebar, which I usually don't do, so how busy Magic Kingdom was yesterday, and we know Epcot and Hollywood Studios are always busy also at this time of year. Do you think it's because there's nothing to do at Animal Kingdom that they've got the crowd dispersed between 3 instead of 4 parks? Because there's not much to do at Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is a half a day park if you're lucky, and that's if you're slow.
And that's if you have to stand in line for an hour for the rides over in Pandora.
Yeah. Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, but that even shouldn't be that long because there's nobody there.
It's like crickets. No, it's not really crickets. People still go.
But it's just not like it. If they had more stuff open, it'd be a lot busier.
I think once all the construction is done, that's going to be a busy park.
That's going to be a very busy park because everybody's going to want to see what's new.
Of course.
And that's why we're going to go somewhere else.
We'll be hanging out at Epcot.
Exactly. Until it dies down a little bit, then we'll go back to Animal Kingdom.
Okay, but anyway.
That's the way to do it. So next was one you had kind of mentioned about the proposal that was proposed for Proposal 7, the thing which it involves DAS.
Yes, which is the assistance pass for people that need some extra help.
Yeah. So this proposal was about bringing in a third-party vendor to come in and evaluate how it
how they
works.
do it now.
Correct, and it was voted down by the shareholders, which Disney the board encouraged the shareholders to vote no on this proposal.
And it got like a 5% yes. It was 95% no, which
Now,
is huge.
But 5% is still a lot when you're talking of millions of votes, because you vote per share.
Yeah, but the overwhelming majority
Yes, did not
was
go for
thumbs
it.
down.
Yeah, it was thumbs down.
And the reason, of course, is when we've talked about it ad nauseum, like, and everybody has, but people are still mad about, the guest assistance passes are harder to get now.
Yes.
It used to be a free for all, and
It was.
I mean, I could have walked up there and said, "I have anxiety," which I do, by the way.
Yes.
I didn't have to prove that I do.
No, you could just say you had it.
And they would be like, okay. And you could go to the front of the line. But now you have to call. You have to get approval. And it is much, much harder.
And see, I see it on both sides. I understand both sides of the problem with this. I understand the people who do need it for whatever the reason. I fully get. And don't think you can just look at somebody and say they need DAS or not. Okay? And perfect example, my dad. You looked at my dad, you would have thought he was fine. My dad had 4 heart attacks. He had triple bypass multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't breathe that well. He couldn't walk that well. But he would still want to go spend the day in the park with his family.
Right.
Or you get winded really easy since you had COVID lungs.
Yeah.
What you're dealing with now causes you extreme pain at times and things like that. And you might need to get out of the sun. You might need to do certain things.
And I get tired.
You get tired very
easily.
easily.
Like the fatigue is awful.
And there's tons of people out there with hidden issues that we don't see. Just because they're not in a scooter doesn't mean they don't have a disability.
Oh, sure.
And I think people stereotype and they think, well, if you're walking around the park, you're good enough to stand in line. That's not always the case.
And then you have people, I'm just going to talk about me for a second, like the old system. I probably, I know for sure I would qualify for a DAS pass.
Yeah.
Because of my neurological illness and what it does, the effects.
Yep.
Because I can't stand in line for an hour anymore. But then there's that part of me that wouldn't have asked for it because I know somebody else really, really needs it.
Or somebody else who's much worse off who does need it.
Yes, somebody that needs it, and I'll be okay. I can come back and ride another day.
Right.
But you have a lot of people that aren't like me that were taking advantage of it. So Disney had to kind of...
Or there was people before you had to prove it.
Yeah.
We're just going up and saying, I have this issue or I have this issue. And then they were getting the DAS, and they were getting it for their entire party.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like one person gets a DAS, not a big deal. But one person with a party of 9 other people, that becomes a big deal when it's times 50,000 times a day.
Right.
It adds those lines for the people.
But I don't know how many they were allowed, but they were allowed their family.
They were allowed their family.
So I understand it. But at the same time, I think they have it too restrictive now because there's a lot of people that need it that can't get it.
Right.
Basically, they only give, for the most part, to people with severe autism.
Right.
But, and this is my opinion, you can take it or leave it. People with mobility issues, if somebody has, let's say, a leg cast up to their hip,
right.
If
they're able to ride the ride or do the attraction. But
like somebody who with mobility issues should get a pass. Like somebody who, or like a cancer patient, or somebody with, that's has something with their heart. You know what I mean?
Well, where do you stop it? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a very slippery slope. And if you let one person with this mobility issue in, then you have to let everybody. I have problems right now because I've had a hernia for 3 years.
He walks.
And if I walk too much, it starts to get very painful, and it looks like I have something seriously wrong with me.
Oh yeah,
you
walk
side.
like Quasimodo.
I know you and Greg have told me that many a time. But that's a mobility issue, technically. So if I'm technically walking like that, and if I didn't have to prove it, I could go up and say I need a DAS because I have a mobility issue with my leg and my hernia.
And you
area.
do.
I do. I would never do it.
No, you would not.
No.
Like I wouldn't either.
No.
But you got people that would. So
and that's what the problem was. Is too many people who didn't really need it but just wanted it did it.
There's a lot of people that could have gotten by, like you and I would just deal.
You just deal.
You know, but chose not to.
Mhm.
And like, okay, I'm going to say something that Disney wouldn't want me to say, but everybody feels that way, is this is to push people to buy Lightning Lane.
Oh, I fully agree with that. It's 100% that because they've said that. They've said
If you can't get the pass, but you can buy Lightning
buy
Lane,
Lightning
which
Lane
is
and
the
they give
same
you-
thing.
yeah. So they're basically telling you we're only going to give you a DAS for this disability.
So if you have 2 broken legs, we're not going to help you out, but you can buy this
you can
pass.
spend this $100 and some dollars.
That'll help you out. We'll get you right on the ride.
Yeah.
And that is crappy.
It's crappy that they've said it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, but you know what? We have the fast, it's not fast pass anymore, but the Lightning Lane. And it looks so bad. It just looks so bad.
And then I feel bad for the cast members who have to enforce the rules that are set by
God,
people who are
yeah.
sitting in an office in Anaheim.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, the rules are set by the people out in California, most likely. And
I know they have some here too.
some here, but it's the cast member. It's the
It's
person
gotta get blasted.
that's going to get yelled at, and it's not their fault. They're following what they're told, no different than anybody else is at their job saying, you got to do this because I'm the boss and I'm telling you what to do. They have
Right.
to do the same thing.
They're doing what they're told.
And we've all yelled at somebody who wasn't responsible for what they told us was the rule
Maybe.
in our lives. We all have. I
Gotten
mean,
a little bit like
Testy,
snotty,
snotty.
testy.
not going to tip the waitress because she said you couldn't have sour cream for free. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you might take out on the person who you're talking to. Think
No
about
sour cream for you.
think about Aiden, how many people he's dealt with where he works, and they yell at him for the pricing of the food. He has no control over what they charge for the food,
None.
but they're going to take it out on the kid who's making in the teens and doesn't have a clue what they charge, what they pay, or any of that part.
But
because
I'm
he's
gonna
not-
blast this kid
I'm gonna
in front
blast
of
it.
me.
because I'm going to puff out my chest and I'm the customer. You know what?
You will give me what I want.
Take a step back, people. Get off your soapbox because you're not that important.
No. And you need to don't shoot the messenger, as they say, because it's not these cast members' fault.
If you
that
want to
this is
complain,
happening.
write a letter to the guest services or go talk to guest services, because then if you file it with them, it's going to get up the food chain if it's strong enough.
But even the cast members at guest services cannot change the
They
rules
can't
for
change the rules.
you.
They might give you something. Here you go. Here's a lightning lane for this ride. Go ride this with your family.
I hate Lightning Lane.
I know you do. I bought it for you for your birthday.
No.
You
But
get
yeah.
to ride the Figment ride over and over and over all you want.
Yeah, you don't need a Lightning Lane for that ride. That's for sure.
You love it.
He's laughing at
I
my
am
my
laughing
face
at it.
right now.
So,
But anyway,
but let's try to reserve judgment on Josh. It's going to take a while to see how Josh is going to be a CEO.
for sure. I mean, I am cautiously optimistic.
I love his replacement, Thomas. I think that guy's fantastic. Going to be taking over that role. I'll be so curious to see how D23 goes this year because Thomas should be running the parks panel.
Yeah, and it will be so weird not to have Josh do
It
it.
will be weird. But then Josh should be doing the Legends panel.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I guess we'll see how all that works out.
We will see it. And then the entertainment one is just, it's a hodgepodge of different people to come out there and talk about that. It's usually the presidents of each department of the entertainment side that comes out and talks to us about that stuff. So anyway, let's move on. We'll jump down. Ultimate Disney Easter Basket Guide. Disney put out a list of the things that you should purchase for your children's Easter baskets this year. Hopper being the big thing I saw in there quite a bit. And then, of course, Mickey and Minnie in their bunny costumes.
So cute.
So cute. Bluey at Disneyland Resort tips, details, and what to expect. So the Bluey thing did open at Disneyland.
And it's a frenzy.
It's a frenzy. Everybody's Bluey crazy.
Yeah.
We're going out there just to go with Bluey.
No, we're not.
Your review for the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin went out last night. So you can go
Did.
check that out and read that again if you want more information based on what we've already talked to you guys about.
Mm-hmm.
And then earlier today, the full live action Moana trailer did debut.
It did.
With
the Rock.
If you smell
Yeah, the Rock actually.
what Maui is cooking.
If you're not a wrestling
That
fan,
wig
you're
looks
not gonna know.
That wig looks horrible. He's in.
Okay, so it looked like it would be pretty okay until I read the comments, and people are ripping the Rock's wig to shreds, and I didn't notice it was a bad wig I don't know. But, people are going to rip whatever
They could fix
can.
that on the computers.
I didn't think it was that bad. I don't know, but it's weird.
I wonder if it's because we're used to The Rock with short hair, though.
I'm going to say very short hair or no hair.
Yeah, because because he had the bald for many years, and then he had the really short cut
He had that short
for a long
haircut for a long time. But, I mean, I don't know.
I think our buddy Brian pulls off Maui better than The Rock.
For sure.
He really does.
He does.
Yeah.
But
and if you want to see Brian as Maui, come to the House Mouse.
Come to the House Mouse Expo. Yeah, I mean, and people were like, you didn't have to put the voice character with the live action. I think it's going to work out. But, what do I know?
We got to see at D23 last year on the entertainment night, the first night of the panels. And they did bring The Rock out for that to announce that the live action version of that and that he would be playing Maui, reprising the role and all that.
I mean, I
Maui's
know.
actually bigger than The Rock.
I am completely in the minority.
Okay.
Oh, didn't like Moana that much.
Oh, you didn't like Frozen either.
I never said I didn't like Frozen. I said I got tired of Frozen.
You like Tangled the best.
Well, Tangled is Tangled. But I mean, I saw it it was a one and done for me.
Okay.
But seeing this trailer, I probably would go see that.
I do like the music for Moana.
I like the music from Moana.
And that's Lin-Manuel that did it, right?
Yeah, I believe
yes,
so.
I thought so.
Okay, so I'm not saying I hate the movie. I'm saying that it was fine. It was fine.
It was fine.
It was fine. Did I go like hog wild after seeing it, and I need to have Moana stuff all at my house? No. But I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority again. I thought the trailer looked intriguing, and it would be something that I would want to go see.
If we didn't have Ava, I want Pua.
Oh, Pua! And he was in the trailer.
Yeah.
I know he's like a CGI Pua, but he's cute.
Still cool.
He's so cute.
So cool.
All right.
So anyway, that's the news for the week. So now we're moving along to our discussion, which again, we are going to update you guys on the House of Mouse Expo.
Oh, that's right. I'm like, what's our discussion?
House of Mouse Expo coming July 31st to August 2nd, 2026 at the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista.
Disney Springs.
Located very near Disney Springs. If you take the pedestrian bridge from the Earl of Sandwich, cross over, get off the steps.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Right there at the window.
Right there.
you could actually park at Disney Springs, go patronize Disney Springs, take the bridge across, say, you know what, let's go see what this House of Mouse thing's all about. Walk over there,
Bam.
come inside, meet the Lawrence brothers, you meet Caitlin and Minnie Mouse, you can meet young Boba Fett.
You can meet some Star Wars
You
peeps.
can meet Emily Swallow, who's the
Armorer.
armorer from The Mandalorian. I couldn't remember. Chris Bartlett, C-3PO.
Oh.
Some other people we haven't announced yet, so I got to be careful what I say
Watch
here.
what you say.
I know. I started naming names, and I was
know,
like,
I'm like,
I was about to say one. I'm like, wait a minute.
I
we
was
haven't announced
waiting
them
for
yet.
it. I was like,
And that includes somebody we're going to announce today.
not Star Wars.
Not Star Wars. This one is somebody we've had requests for, but we had no idea how to even find them to get them to come to the expo. And then they reached out to us.
They found us.
They found us.
It's so cool.
It's
And
so cool. When I told Michele that I had this email in my inbox for this person, I think she may have screamed a little bit.
I was like, no way, because of the nostalgia. Now, this person is going to bring nostalgia, whether you are a 20-something or you are a parent of a 20-something, all the nostalgia. So, shall we?
Well, I'm not going to introduce them. I'm going to do it a little bit different.
Okay.
Welcome to the Blue House.
Hello, I'm the small mouse.
Things to do.
Fun for you.
Howdy from the Big Bear. Want some fun?
Here's where.
Just for you.
All is new in the House of Blue. Lots of room at our house.
Catch the moon at our house.
Kitchen's here. Bathroom's there.
Attic full of stuff here.
Pillows full of fluff here. Just for you in the House of Blue. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Big Blue House. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Big Blue House. Door is open. Come on in.
Now you're here.
So let's begin.
Yes, the House of Mouse Expo is proud to introduce Noel McNeil, Bear from Bear in the Big Blue
Bear
House. will
from
be
Bear
attending.
in the Big Blue House.
Noel is not only the puppeteer, but he's bringing Bear with him.
He's bringing Bear. Oh my God.
So this is going to be something that we actually talked to Sean about this, who is part of our House on Mouse staff and Main Street Mouse staff. And we told Sean, and Sean doesn't get excited about celebrities.
He does not.
And this is one he's like, oh my gosh, that's my childhood.
Yes.
He was so excited that we're bringing Noel in. So I think this is one that's going to touch a lot of people, either memories of watching their kids or they watching it.
Absolutely. And it's from Sean's angle. He's 33, and he said, I watched all this. Now, my oldest, Andrew, watched Bear in a Big Blue House when he was a baby. Right. And we had the dancing bear in a Big Blue House that sang the bear cha-cha-cha. Now, you moms out there probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And you kids out there that did watch, So I think that this guest is going to bring in happiness for all ages. And you have to remember, now Bear in a Big Blue House was part of Playhouse Disney on TV and over at
Studios.
Disney MGM Studios at the time.
Yep. And I'm sure it was Disneyland somewhere. I gotta
probably
believe
so.
Yeah.
But I know when the kids were small, I remember taking them to see Playhouse Disney, and Bear was out there with a cast member. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even like a thrown together bear-ish costume. It was Bear.
Right.
And all the kids went nuts. The parents too. It was just a thing. I think that this is a great guest. Now we are trying to bring different genres this time.
Yeah.
From all over the place. And I think having Noel there, he is very excited to meet you guys too. He cannot wait to come to the show. Yep. And we can't wait to have him. So, and I know that his panel is going to be good because there's going to be questions. I'm sure Bear is going to be there. It's great. And we're going to put out information as far as what else Noel has done. He is a master puppeteer. He has done a lot of other things.
He has. He's done a lot of puppeteering. He's worked for the Jim Henson Company.
Yeah,
he
part of Fraggle Rock.
Part of Fraggle Sesame Street.
Oh, Sesame Street. I'm sorry.
Street. Yeah, he was part of Sesame Street. He was part of the Muppets Company. He was Mr. Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street at some time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he was actually that character, the one that nobody ever saw but Big Bird.
That's right.
He was Sweetums in one of the Muppet Christmas holiday specials. He played Sweetums. So he's got a lot of Disney puppeting credits, but he's also got a lot outside of the Disney bubble.
Yes.
So he, like you said, he is a master puppeteer. And the fact that we've never had a guest like this before. We've never had a guest who was a puppeteer. And I've always been fascinated by it. And I think I told you when we were just starting to talk about House on Mouse, and I said, how cool would it be if we could get either somebody from the Muppets or somebody from the different puppeting to come? Because I thought it would just be a really good guest to bring, because they bring a whole different aspect than we've ever had before.
Right. And again, it goes with our theme of pulling from different directions.
Right. We want to make sure that there is something for everybody.
Yes.
This time. Where in the past we've had the Disney animation. We've had the Hocus Pocus crowd. We've had the Pirates crowd. But I think this year is our most diverse group.
Diverse.
Honestly.
There's a
very diverse this time. And not just their Disney credits, but outside of Disney credits as well.
Absolutely.
Which I think is fascinating, because that's going to bring in a whole other group of people who, that's just Disney. No, he was in this.
No, he was in this, and or she was in that. I think that we're trying to expand and reach out to different people. Mm-hmm. And I think that so far that we are doing that. And like I said, as far as the nostalgia part with having Noel and having Bear there, it warms my little heart, because it reminds me of Andrew being like one and like dancing with the bear like back and forth. And, my kiddo is 24 now. And, in my head, he's still that baby. He's still that baby.
Oh, he is.
He kind of. Yeah,
he definitely is.
But I told him about Bear, and he thought it was really, really cool.
He thought it was really cool that Bear was going to be able to be there. And I know actually offhand, I have at least 3 more guests signed already.
Mm-hmm.
At least 3, if not more. I'm trying to think if I do have more. But I know I have at least 3. Possibility of 3 more.
Yeah, because we might pull out some surprises as it gets closer to the show. So you're going to want to pay attention to
My
our
possible
socials.
3 more are huge.
Huge.
And
And we're not even trying to just pump that up and, fluff it and make it look like it's big. No, it really is.
It is huge, big, and if we can make it happen.
I am praying. Oh my God.
And it's not even like we just sent an email. We're waiting. No, we're actually in talks. So it's things are rolling. It could happen. We're
There's
just trying
dialogue there.
Yes, there's dialogue. We're just trying to dot the I's, cross the T's, and see what we can make happen with all this. Also, I do want to mention really quickly that the Once Upon a Magic Marketplace.
Oh yeah.
Which is it's like a once a month show they do. We're going to be there for their May, June, and July show.
So,
representing
yeah.
House of Mouse.
Representing House of Mouse. If you want to come see us because you know us from the Main Street Mouse.
We will be there. I'm going to try to get some
hey.
of my 3D printing stuff done.
Yeah, we'll have some things to sell. We're going to be promoting and talking about the expo.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll tell you more about that when it gets close.
Definitely, for sure. But we just wanted to make it. So again, just to recap really quick, Noel McNeil from Bear in the Big Blue House will be at the House of Mouse Expo this year. So one thing, I know we're getting kind of late here, so we're going to kind of push this quickly, but something I wrote on here, and I can't remember the exact reason as to why, but I know I wrote it on here, was about AI imaging. And please don't believe everything you see.
Oh, yeah.
So lately, if you scroll Facebook at any given time, you will see things pop up for AI, or that you don't even realize are AI because they're getting that good.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that really stands out to me the most is when we had the big hurricane here. What was that, 2 years ago? A year and a half ago?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they showed pictures of the Magic Kingdom. It was flooded.
Uh-huh.
And people online thought it was real.
Totally not real, people.
Because of how good the image was.
It looked real.
So all I'm asking is that when you see something, AI image, or when you see a picture and you're like, oh, that can't be true, Google it. Don't ask AI.
Look at the source.
Look at the source. See who's doing it. There was something, I know what it was now. I just remembered what it was. So I saw a post last week, and it said Clint Eastwood and Steve McQueen got in a fight on the Johnny Carson show back in the 70s.
Okay.
And it showed a picture of Steve McQueen sitting there pointing his finger at Clint Eastwood. Because they were supposedly these big, the whole article was big rivals, and Steve McQueen was mad at Clint Eastwood. And the whole thing goes off. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. So I Googled it really quick. They were never even on the Johnny Carson show together.
Uh-huh.
Everything about that picture was less than 30 days old. And I found that within 12 seconds. And it's just...
So they're doing it... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead.
They're doing it in the Disney community. There's all kinds of fake Disney websites that are putting stuff out that's not true. I mean, they're going as far as saying that a celebrity passed away that did not.
Right.
They're saying that different changes to the parks are happening that are not. They're saying that that projects are getting scrapped, and they have AI images to make it look like all of these things that I'm telling you, they're not true. And it really, really infuriates me because these people are getting clicks out of...
They're making a fortune.
They're making a fortune out of lying.
Yeah.
They're lying.
They're basically the National Enquirer of the Disney community is what they're becoming.
And if you click on their quote-unquote site, it's just a bunch of ads. There's nothing there.
And the more ads they have, you don't even have to click on the ads nowadays for them to get paid.
No,
they get paid more if you click the ad. But even if you just see the ad, they're showing the ad, and it's just like a television commercial. If you've seen it, they started playing it, they get paid for that.
Yeah.
So before you just click on a site because you see something, and I just remembered the other thing about this picture that really blew my mind.
Yeah.
It was Clint Eastwood on the first or third seat. It was Steve McQueen in the one closest to Johnny, and in between them sat John Wayne, and nobody said a word about John Wayne. And I'm sitting there going, these are 3 huge names, and they have all been alive at the same time.
They just threw John Wayne in there just for the heck of it.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going, John Wayne's the biggest name of all of them.
John Wayne.
And he's just in there with his arms crossed, and they don't even mention him in the picture. So
they would never have the 3 of them on that show.
No.
I mean, they couldn't be all promoting the same thing.
No.
They have people on these shows that are there to promote something.
Right.
But these more and more Disney sites, like some of them will be like Like, they're not even proper grammar sometimes.
No, they're really not.
It'll say something Disney fan instead of Disney fans. And then if you look at the URL, you look at the link that's on there, you can see it's not a real URL.
Correct.
So these people are lying to you. If you see something on Facebook or X or whatever that looks a little bit odd, or it makes you side eye it, like how can that be? It's not.
And
it's
I'm not saying this to toot our own horn with
Go
the
ahead,
Mystery Mouse.
toot.
But if you see something like that somewhere else, and we haven't talked about it, granted, it might have just come out seconds before we even knew about it.
Yeah.
We're not going to put it out unless we know for sure it's confirmed.
No, absolutely not.
Because we have never put out rumors.
Nope.
We have never put out clickbait.
Nope.
And we never will. Now, granted, we've lost out on a lot of money by not doing those things.
Yes, we have.
But integrity meant more to us than the dollars.
If we wanted to be liars.
If we wanted to be just people to get you guys to click on our site, we could have easily done that for many, many times. Many years.
We could have, but,
We've had people accuse us of it, and then we were found right.
Well, and that's not even very often. And a lot of it, you know what a lot of it is? We, for whatever reason, have a large cast member fandom,
Yes.
okay? And we love the cast members so much. And a lot of them have told us how much they love us back because we don't make it hard for them.
Right.
And they know that we aren't going to put out something that is just, not true.
Correct.
So, I've had plenty of cast members tell me, like, I looked at your site to see if it was true first.
We've
Or
had that so many times.
one guy came up to me and he's like, if Michele didn't say it, it's not true.
Yeah, we've had so many cast members, and we know a lot of them personally. We're friends with them on Facebook, and they'll message us, and they'll be like, I always tell the people who come in, check you guys. If they don't see it on the
there's a
hub,
ton of cast members I've met over the years that I don't know, but
Right.
have come up to us and said, hey, thanks for doing the right thing.
making our job easier.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of times, if you put out garbage, people in the parks will see it and start bugging the cast members about it. Or the worst, hard for travel planners, because then people want to cancel their vacations or whatever because this horrible news hit that's not true.
Yeah, that happened to one site who's no longer on the media list many years ago.
Yeah.
Because they put out stuff like that. And it's just, integrity means more to us than the clicks. Now, granted,
Yeah.
we do need to pay our bills, but we still would rather be able to sleep at night than to know
I would
we can rip
worry,
people off.
like if I put out something clickbaitish, like say 8 o'clock, I wouldn't sleep that night because I'd be checking for comments to see if anybody's blasting me.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten thicker skin over the years, but I don't want someone yelling at me. I don't want somebody saying I'm a horrible person or whatever, because
And we are so careful. Even like, what was it? Was it last week something came out and you asked me, you go, is it real? And I'm like, oh, it was when Catherine Hahn was announced as Mother
I
Gothel.
was so careful.
Disney hadn't put it out yet. Just, she put out her video, which she didn't say she was.
No, she did an outfit of the day
She
thing.
did it out for the day. And it could have just been her wanting to play Mother Gothel. We had no idea. But we were looking at it and we're trying to weigh the pros and cons. And then you started to write it all up. And then Disney dropped it like, okay, good, put it out. Because
Yeah.
we knew it was real then.
Because how I wrote it was Catherine Hahn drops hints at Mother Gothel. I didn't want to say Catherine Hahn is playing Mother Gothel if I didn't know for sure, because, I figured that's what it was, but I was so scared to put it out there and be wrong.
Right.
And that's why I asked you, like, is this okay? Is that okay? Because when I was writing it up,
And then we had to change it once we realized it was real. We had to change the
I had to go and change my wording because it was the real deal. So, so we're not going to lie to you. There's a lot of fake sites out there that will. So please just watch. If it looks weird, it is. And if the URL looks wonky, don't click on it because you're just feeding the trolls.
Yep.
And
they'll do it again.
And they'll do it again. And the worst part of it that is so freaking annoying to me is more and more are popping up.
Yep.
And I don't know, like, if people should report the page on Facebook because it's all lies. Or, like, another thing, one more thing. because this happens a lot, and this happens. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this as an example, because it applies to Disney posts as well.
Okay.
Okay. So I watch like all the French Bulldog rescue pages.
Yes,
okay.
you do. All of them.
And I'm in like the French Bulldog owners and blah blah blah. Okay. So somebody will put in the comments or a page. It's, okay, so this annoys me. You know, I have to rehome my dog, and it's a beautiful Frenchie. And, you know, people in the questions are asking, you know, and in the comments are saying, well, what happened? How old is she? This and that. You click on the person's page. It is a freaking fake profile.
Yep.
There's a couple of them that will put pictures of a puppy litter. And you can cross. What do you do with that, Scott, when you look up?
Oh, I will do a reverse Google image search.
Okay. You put that in there, and those are somebody else's dogs.
Yep.
These are people that just want your money. And Disney pages are having the same problem, to where fake pages, fake profiles are putting things in comments, making pages, whatever, to get you to click.
Yep.
And you know, somebody could be offering, you know, discounted park tickets. They could be offering discounted merchandise. You know, I just bought this Spirit jersey. I'll sell it to you for such and such. And it's a scam. They're trying to get your information. So all I'm saying is be really careful, because it has popped up so much, and it's getting worse. So check your sources before you believe anything, and don't click on those websites.
Correct. Yeah.
That's what I got to say.
That was our PSA for today, our public service announcement.
That was our discussion, actually.
But yeah, it's just something, because it's starting to bug us, and if it's bugging us enough to where we're going to say something, because we see it probably a lot more than the average person scrolling Facebook.
I mean, my dad saw some fake stuff about the Detroit Lions. I think I had mentioned that.
Yeah, you did.
He's like, oh my gosh, did they fire the coach?
Yeah,
No.
they said something about they fired the coach and traded our quarterback, and I'm like, well, the quarterback I'd be okay with, but the coach, no.
But it was all fake.
But
my dad didn't know, because it made it look like it was real.
Yeah.
So yeah, but just be careful.
The fake stuff is getting so believable that if you really don't know what to look for, you're gonna buy it.
Absolutely.
So, well, I guess that's all we have for our discussion this week. That's all we have for our little podcast. We did this a little bit early today because we have something to do this evening. Fix our car. But
it's always something.
Always something. But I'm going to run through our sponsors really quickly, and then we're going to end out the show here.
Alrighty.
But our official travel partner of the Main Street Mouse is MEI Mouse Fan Travel. Make your money and time go further with their all-inclusive, always complimentary white glove services from their award-winning MEI Mouse Fan Travel staff. Wherever you travel, you deserve unparalleled support, honesty, and attention to detail, and the best free travel agents in the business. You can visit them at any of the banners on our website for MEI Mouse Fan Travel. Click that link. It'll take you to their website where you can fill out a small information gathering page, and one of their travel advisors will reach out to you, and they will help you plan the perfect trip, vacation, cruise, whatever you're doing, they will help you with it. Our official transportation partner of the Main Street Mouse is the Genie Transportation Service. Their trusted Orlando car service offers safe, private transportation from Orlando International Airport straight to Walt Disney World, Universal, Orlando Resort, and even Port Canaveral. From spacious vehicles to friendly professional drivers, they make every ride stress-free, comfortable, and a little more magical, so your family can focus on the fun ahead. Visit thegenieorlando.com. And last but certainly not least, our official stroller and scooter partner, Kingdom Strollers, can help you with any rental you need. They will deliver the item to wherever you're staying. They will pick it up at the end of your trip. And if you need anything during your rental period, no matter time of day, you can call somebody and they will take care of it, and they will make it right for you. You can reach them, kingdomstrollers.com. Any one of our sponsors here we just spoke about, please let them know you heard about them on the Main Street Mouse, so they know where the traffic is coming from, and that by you supporting them, you're supporting the Main Street Mouse, which is what me and Michele greatly appreciate you guys doing. That's all I got to say. House of Mouse Expo, get your tickets. Go out to houseofmouseexpo.com, buy your tickets today. Come meet Noel McNeil. Come meet the Lawrence brothers. Come meet any one of our other guests.
We got a whole lot.
We got 10. This is number 10 that we've
announced. Wow, really?
Yeah, this is our 10th guest we've announced.
Cool, yeah.
And when we originally said we were only going to have 10 total. We have 3 more in the hopper.
I knew that was going to happen.
I knew it was going to happen too. But you know what? It's fine.
It's fine.
And I don't mean it's fine and it's just okay. I mean it's all good.
It's all good in a Disney hood.
So thank you guys for listening. I'm going to let Michele close this out.
Okay, so yeah, houseofmouseexpo.com. Tell your friends about it. Don't forget about Lost Princess Apparel and a TMSM Emporium. All these things help us keep going. And by you telling people about our little show, about our websites, about everything we do, is greatly appreciated, because that's how the Main Street Mouse has grown over almost 16 years. It's all because of you guys. And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, magical week ahead, and we will see you real soon.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings. Watch your head and step as you exit, and take small children by the hand.
On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.
Some imagination, huh?